everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Rivers' Chargers. With that, let's get you out to San Diego. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Mission Valley area of beautiful San Diego, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Diego Chargers. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway in San Diego. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Melvin Ingram is beginning to come into his own as an outside linebacker. Strong, solid, with an excellent first step.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones. And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a third Pro Bowl in 2017.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And for Coleman, if you combine the rushing and receiving yards, close to 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns as well and was just really a great 1-2 combo with Devontae Freeman.
An outstanding one, and just think if he's on just about any other NFL team, he's probably the lead running back. And Devontae Freeman gets the bulk of the carries. But Coleman, when he does get his hands on the football, he really produces a big way, speaking of the numbers you just gave.
It'll be called a gain at 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll run for it with a fullback, DeMarco. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on 4th down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Now Ryan on 2nd down. It's caught left side. Tammy. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
And boy, on the first drive of the game, I kept waiting for the field goal unit to come trotting out, but they stayed put. And this is a real statement here as they get a 1st and goal.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Keeper, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
I know an injury knocked Melvin Gordon out of the last couple of games, so he missed his opportunity to get to 1,000 yards. But does the injury hurt more, or just the fact he didn't get that 1,000 yards?
Yeah, he was on pace for it, obviously. But coming into the season, people were saying this is going to be a good year for him, and we're going to see a bright Melvin Gordon in the future. We saw glimpses of it.
They restructured their offense in order to give him better opportunities, and he took advantage of it.
Scary. He's only 23, folks. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Hard throw, incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And 4th down coming up. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Ready. Watch the team. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Rivers on 4th down. Muscles him off. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium essentially for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. Freeman again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. And it's 4th down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
Well, Brandon, when I watch Keenan Allen play, I actually shake my head in amazement sometimes. ACL tears in each leg the last 2 seasons, and now he's back in 2017 sprinting around.
And he'll be 25 at the start of the 2017 season. A lot of people rooting for this guy. You just always worry, though, don't you, when you have an ACL tear, especially in both knees?
You do worry about it, but you also have seen guys who have come back from multiple tears and have had really big-time careers. You know, Frank Gore has done that, and now with the Indianapolis Colts. And then you look at Thomas Davis with the Carolina Panthers, 3 times in the same knee, and has come back and had an extraordinary career. So I like the odds for Keenan Allen, and Phillip Rivers really wants him back in a big way. He's his #1 target.
Second down now after the pass completion. Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
After the interception, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones, just 6 touchdowns, but, you know, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Final play of the half, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And, oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
first down. Rivers throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Rivers to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Stop, 180. Shift.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
12.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And now it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Now Rivers on 4th down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knock people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, the fullback DeMarco. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 30 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for a San Diego 1st down. 1 man in the backfield is Gordon. Now Rivers, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 35 yards. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They come out here in the eye. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. All right, so the call stands. Tough now. They're out of challenges. Do you like the amount of challenges they have in the NFL?
I do, because I think it brings a little extra strategy into the game about a head coach trying to determine when is the right time to pull the challenge flag, or maybe I let that one pass because I might need it later on in a bigger situation.
Patrick DeMarco now from the fullback spot. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They go again with DeMarco. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he fends him off. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Gives it to the up back. That's Patrick DeMarco. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run with their fullback. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. This is Coleman. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The give will go to the fullback, DeMarco. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Hey, let's go.
Shift together here from the D-line. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Ryan.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Well, going into the final play of this game.